The DeSoto Plymouth dealers, from coast to coast in every state in the Union, present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. And here he is, the one, the only...
I thought he was all washed up. Oh, that's me. Well, here I am again with $4,500 for one of our couples. Don't even say the secret word, the doc will come down and pay him $100. This doc has had a bad night, huh? Throw it off stage? The word tonight is spoon, S-P-O-O-N. Something that those three girls in the front row are very familiar with.
Groucho, we invited some school teachers to the program tonight, and just before we went
You could use it, too, Fenneman.
Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Miss Marion Helber. Her partner is a schoolboy, Mr. Melvin Leon Hunt. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you use every day. Give up?
Yeah.
Miss Marion Helber, huh?
That's right, Mrs.
Mrs.
Oh, yes.
Now, I realize it's gauche to ask a woman her age, so I'll be subtle about it. How old are you?
Well, I'll just be just as subtle. I'm 61.
Well, you don't look it.
Thank you.
I thought you were about
I don't
48.
feel it. Thank you.
Melvin Leon Hunt, huh? How old are you? I guess you'd be around 45, wouldn't you?
11.
11? Well, you don't look a day over 30. Now, Melvin, what does your pappy do for a living?
Well, I don't know too much about it, except that he goes to work every morning, he works in the Treasury Department, comes home every night, and brings home the pay every month.
Melvin, have you noticed any hard-looking men with squeaky shoes and a pair of bloodhounds?
Well,
Have you noticed any men like that hanging around your house?
No.
Does your mother do any work?
No.
Doesn't work, huh? Well, what does she do all day?
Well, nothing.
Just lies around doing nothing, eh?
Well, she takes care of the 4 kids.
Your mother does nothing and you suspect your old man of being a crook, huh? Melvin, my advice is when you get home tonight, hide a book in the seat of your pants. Something thick, like Merriam's Dictionary. Now, you're a school teacher, huh, Mrs. Helba?
I am.
Uh-huh. What grade are you in?
4th.
Really? Why, Melvin's only 11 and 3/4, and look where he is. Melvin, where are you?
B7.
B7?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a vitamin. How long have you been teaching school?
I'm on my 41st year.
Really?
That's right.
You certainly must be sick of apples by this time. What about you, Melvin? Have you got a girlfriend?
Well,
Now, quit beating around the bush, Melvin. What's her name?
Cheryl.
You contemplate matrimony with this charmer?
What do you mean?
Do you ultimately plan on being betrothed?
No.
Now, what did I say that time?
A dictionary round?
Do you have any hobbies, Melvin?
Well, I have stamp collecting and I like archaeology.
What is that? What's archaeology?
Well, it's studying ancient ruins.
You're not being personal now, are you?
Well, if insinuating's what you mean, no.
Mrs. Helba, what does insinuating mean? Well, I've enjoyed this little chat, and Melvin, you're a fine boy, and we expect great things of you someday, but not in school. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life for a chance at the $4,500 question. Right now, I'd like everyone to listen to this. All right, now, let's see how you work together as a team. George, explain the rules, sir.
You bet as much of your $20 as you want on each of four questions.
We call him Fire Dome. Fire Dome Fenneman.
You bet as much of your $20 as you want on each of four questions, and the couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $4,500 DeSoto Plymouth question later in the show.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected mountains and lakes of the world. Here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you risk?
19.
19. Where is Fujiyama?
Japan.
Japan.
Japan is right.
You're on your way. You have $39.
One answer between you. Now, remember, you're going for $4,500 tonight. How much of the $39 you're going to try?
38.
38.
All right. In what country is Lake Louise?
Canada.
Canada is right.
You now have $77.
76.
76. All right. Is that all right with you, Mrs. Helber?
Certainly.
Okay.
All right. Where is Mount Popocatépetl? Popocatépetl.
Mexico.
Mexico is right.
Now you've climbed to $153.
All right.
150.
Oh,
150.
152. Come on.
152.
52.
Sure. It's everything or nothing.
Teacher's a red-hot gambler.
Yes.
Where is Mauna Loa? L-O-A. M-A-U-N-A, capital L-O-A.
It's in Hawaiian Island.
Hawaiian Islands is right. What is that?
And you wind up with $305.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Groucho, we have a housewife and a bus driver for you now. They volunteered just before we went on the air. Mr. Irving Maddox and Mrs. May St. Onge meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you use every day. Mrs. May St. Onge and Mr. Maddox. Right?
Right.
Right. Check. Over. Roger. Mr. Maddox, where are you from?
Lexington, Missouri.
Isn't that where the Minutemen fought the British?
No.
You're pretty safe in saying that, huh? And Mrs. St. Onge. It sounds like a frozen drink.
Oh, no.
I'll just call you May. That's your first name, isn't
They
it?
call me Grandma May because I have 15 grandchildren. And all the children in the neighborhood call me Grandma May. So you can call me Grandma May.
Okay. Okay, where are you from, Grandma?
Superior, Wisconsin. And we have the largest ore docks in the world there. And we also...
You have the largest what?
Ore docks.
Ore docks?
In the world, in Superior, Wisconsin.
What is an ore docks? Is that the male of a cow?
No, that's where they ship ore to and take it down the lakes.
Oh, ore docks.
Ore
Oh.
docks. And then we have a new pipeline
I
there,
thought
too.
you were talking about cattle.
No.
Well, how is your ore docks, Grandma?
Oh, they're just fine. We have shipped more tonnage there than any other port in the world.
Well, I'm delighted.
We
that
have a
you-
new pipeline there, too.
You have,
But
huh?
that makes the city smell. We don't
Yeah,
really
yes.
like it. It's bringing in the money, but we really don't like that
No.
smell. But
It
you can't
smells
help
too
it.
rich, huh?
When the money comes, you can't help it. It smells like.
This is a walking phonograph needle. How long? I'm afraid to ask her another question.
Oh, I'll talk to
May
you.
take about 20 minutes, the next question. How long you been living in California, May?
Oh, we're only tourists. I tell
Only
you what,
tourists?
We're just touring.
We're
through.
all tourists in California. Mrs. St. Onge, that's a curious name. Where did you get it?
My husband. He's nice, too.
Is your husband a saint?
Oh, no, he likes to take a drink and he chews snuff.
How did you meet this snuff chewer?
When I was running this, he's not a snuff chewer, just once in a while. You know.
Just
no,
during the day, huh?
I was running an old lady's home and he came there to paint.
Just a moment.
I had 118 in all.
You had 118 ladies?
Mm-hmm.
And what was their approximate age? Could you tell me?
Oh, they were all on pensions, so it was 65 up.
65 up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you say that there were men in this place, too?
Yes, I had 6 men, because you have to have a man around the house to keep the old ladies contented, you know. They cook for them, and they spoil them. You know, you have to have a man around the house to be happy.
You had 186 women?
118 at one time.
118 women and 6 men?
Yeah, around 6 men.
How old were these men?
Over 80. But some of them were pretty peppy.
Did you have a good ball club there?
Oh, no, I'm not interested in ball clubs. I used to play
Now,
cards.
why did you have these men there for? I don't understand.
Well, they used to run errands for the ladies. They used to
They
go
used
to
to
the...
run errands?
Oh, yeah, sure. Some of them could run. They
This
used
is
to
the
go
only
to
place
the
where they ever
store.
walked errands. Well, it's been very interesting talking to you two, especially you, Mr. Maddox.
What chance does a man have? They're just nice to have around the house.
And yes, they are.
They are. They're nice to have around the house.
Now, you're going to play You Bet Your Life. You beat our other couples, you'll get a chance at the $4,500 question. You win this money, you can
I
buy
can
the
buy you
soda.
this soda. I'll say I could. Would you too? Okay, that's a
You can
bargain.
drop that bus, Mr. Maddox. I can't tell you how much you have to win, but George is going to remind our listeners.
The school teacher and the schoolboy won $305, and the secret word is spoon.
Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected locations of United States cities beginning with forts and saints as your category. Here's your first question. How much will you bet? You have $20.
That's 19.
$19.
Or 1980. Let's bet it all. 1980. 1980. Is that okay?
Sure.
You don't need it.
Sure.
I mean, you don't need, that will break you.
Sure.
You haven't got it, so what can you lose? 1980.
Well, you got 20 cents left. You can go on his own bus. All right, in what state is the city of St. Paul?
Oh, Minnesota.
Minnesota is right.
That's a capital.
Well, you're on your way. You have $39.80.
Remember, you're going for $4,500
You're a
tonight.
good scout.
How much of the $39? How much of the $39.80 are you going to bet this time?
39. That'll leave us 80
39.
cents.
All right, in what state is the city of Fort Wayne?
Indiana.
Indiana. You now have $78.80. How much of this are you going to bet?
78.
78.
In what state is the city of St. Joseph? This city was
Missouri.
Missouri is right.
You now have $156.80.
156. Okay.
156. In what state is the city of Fort Worth?
Oh,
Texas.
Texas is right. Real good. You're real sharp. Thanks.
And you wind up with $312.80.
Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth
We
dealers.
didn't get the...
We have an engaged couple for you now, Groucho. They're very special guests. I think after you've talked to them for a while, you'll find out why I invited them to be on the show tonight. So let's meet them. Miss Rose Aranda and Sergeant Joseph Rodriguez. Meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and you'll win $100. It's a common word, something you use every day. Pretty cute couple, huh? Let's see, you're engaged and you're very special, eh? Well, I don't know about Joe, but Rose, obviously, you're not the last rose of summer. You look real special. Sergeant Joseph Rodriguez, huh?
That's right.
Where are you from, Joe?
San Bernardino.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
23, eh? You're kind of looking to be a tough Army sergeant. Where are you stationed?
In the ORC headquarters in San Bernardino.
What is that? Is that OXOR? What does ORC stand for?
No, that's the Organized Reserve Corps school there in San Bernardino.
Oh, you're in the reserve, eh?
No, I'm on the administrative staff. I do a little stencil cutting, typing, topographical map work, and so on.
Well, pretty cushy job you got there, Joe. How did you meet the sergeant here?
Well, he belonged to the YMCA, and his wife extended an invitation to our club
Well, why did his wife extend an invitation?
Well, they were going on a snow party.
Well, what's a snow party? Is that when nobody shows up? You know, the guy says snow party, nobody shows up.
No, it's you go tobogganing and you have lots of fun in the snow.
Oh. Rose, how did you feel about Joe after the first date?
Well, I was
After the first date?
I was
After
a
the first
little,
date? I guess it's better.
I was a little nervous. On the way back, we stopped at a coffee shop, and we ordered some coffee, and I poured about 10 spoons of sugar in my cup of coffee.
You said spoon, that's the sacred word, so you and your boyfriend over here each win $50.
Thank you.
Now, what did you say? You poured, 10 spoons full of sugar in your...
Cup of coffee, yes.
Why did you,
Well, I was
did
so
you have a
nervous.
lump in your throat, or...
No, I was so nervous I just kept pouring it on.
Joe, was that true? She was pouring it on?
Pouring the sugar in a cup of coffee.
Oh, I see. Joe, after you're married, who's going to be the boss?
Well, I believe in every family there should be a first sergeant to run the company.
You may be the first sergeant, but the company commander is going to be a Rose. And in a pretty nice vase, too. Now, Joe, Fenneman says you two are special guests. Why is that? Is it because you're an Army sergeant?
No, I don't believe so.
It's nothing special about an Army sergeant unless you happen to be a private. Fenneman, come in here. Fenneman?
Yes?
George Fenneman, come in here. You told me there was something special about this couple. What is it? Obviously, they're not going to tell me.
Well, Groucho, Sergeant Rodriguez has been awarded the nation's highest military decoration, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Well, I don't have to tell you, Sergeant, how honored we are to have you here with us tonight.
And Groucho, the Army major that
But I will tell you, we are honored to have you here.
Thank you.
The
You
Army...
keep out of this, Fenneman.
The Army major, Groucho, that first told me about Joe, gave me this citation, which explains exactly what he did.
Would you like to hear this? Sergeant Joseph C. Rodriguez, then Private First Class, was participating in an attack against a fanatical hostile force occupying well-fortified positions on rugged commanding terrain near Monyerie, Korea, on the 21st of May, 1951, when his squad's advance was halted by a withering barrage of automatic weapons from 5 emplacements, together with grenades, which the enemy rolled down the hill toward the advancing troops. Fully aware of the odds against him, Sergeant Rodriguez leaped to his feet, dashed 60 yards up the fire-swept slope, and after lobbing grenades into the first foxhole, ran around the left flank, silenced an automatic weapon with 2 grenades, and continued his whirlwind assault to the top of the peak, wiping out 2 more foxholes, and then, reaching the right flank, he tossed grenades into the remaining emplacement, destroying the gun and annihilating its crew. As a result of his incredible display of valor, the defense of the opposition was broken, the enemy routed, and the strategic stronghold secured. Well, give me that again. Now, give him a good kick. If you don't win any money here tonight, it won't be my fault, Sergeant. Well, Joe, that's the most amazing thing I ever heard of. You're just the new Sergeant York, aren't you? There's just one thing I'd like to know. When you were running through all that lead, what were you thinking about?
Well, I wasn't thinking. I was just mad, I guess.
You wiped out a whole army just because you got mad? Joe, if I said anything tonight here that you read... If I said anything that you resent, I was just being facetious, Joe. What are your plans for the future, Joe?
Well, I hope to make a career in the Army.
Well, I'm sure glad you're on our side. And Rose, take good care of this fella, and my advice is don't ever make him mad.
Slap
liable to wipe out Los Angeles. Well, you're a fine couple, and I'm sure you're going to have many happy and handsome and bright and brave children. All right, now let's play You Bet Your Life. Joe, that's one game you have already played. And we're certainly happy that you won. This will probably seem pretty tame after that, but here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You have to run your $20 no more than our other couples, and you'll get a chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $4,500 question. I can't tell you how much you have to win, but Mr. Fenneman is going to remind our listeners.
The housewife and the bus driver lead with $312.80.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected all-time favorites as your category. Here's your first question. How much will you bet? Decide on one answer between you. Talk up.
1980.
1980.
All right, here's your first question for 1980. Give me the title of this song. Play, Jerry. Blue Skies is right.
And you're off to a good start. You have $39.80.
You gave me a heart failure. I thought you were going to blow that. Don't ever do that again, will you? Remember, you're going for $4,500 tonight. Now, let's see if you can identify this one. How much you going to bet?
How much?
You have $39.80. You see, if I say instead of Fenneman, we can cut his salary.
$39.50.
Play it, Jerry. That's right. Answer him right away, huh?
Really climbing, you have $79.30.
Here's your third question. How much of the $79.30 you're going to try?
$79.20.
$79.20.
That old Black Magic?
Black Magic is right.
You have now climbed to $158.50.
Here's your last chance to be the other couples. How much of the $158.50 you going to play?
Last chance?
Last chance.
Shoot the works. Shoot the works. Shoot the works.
Are you more scared now than you were going over the
You
top?
bet.
Joe? Well, here we go. Play it, Jerry.
E for two.
E for 2 is right.
And here's the news. You wind up with $317, and that means that you, too, get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $4,500.
We try to be impartial on the show, but I must say that I was a little prejudiced.
And here's the sergeant and his fiancée, Groucho, the winning couple, all set for the DeSoto Plymouth $4,500 question.
All right, well, I can't help you with this, Joe. You're on your own now. You're out in the middle of no man's land. Here we go for $4,500. I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you. Think carefully, and please no help from the audience. And I give you this admonition. If you don't know the answer, take a stab at it and guess something anyhow. During World War II, Hitler and Mussolini had numerous meetings in a historic pass through the Alps. For $4,500, what is the name of this mountain pass that connects Italy and Austria? Now, talk it over. All right, what's the answer you kids have decided upon?
All I can come out with is Birch's Garden, but that's a place where they were at.
I'm sorry. The correct answer is Brenner Pass.
No.
So that means the big question next week will be worth $5,000. Well, you lost the big money, but did pretty well in the quiz. How much did they win, Joe?
Certainly did $317 in the quiz.
And the secret word?
Yeah, I had the secret word, too.
That gives them a total of $417. Well, it's not. That's a good night's work. Congratulations. And thanks to both of you and to all of our contestants on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Remember that the dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth, the low-priced car most like high-priced cars. DeSoto, Plymouth, two great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation.
Friends, go in and see a DeSoto Plymouth dealer tomorrow. And when you do, tell them Groucho sent you.
Be sure to tune in next week, same time, same station, for the Groucho Marx Show, 1,000 DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America. And remember, the DeSoto Plymouth dealers also bring you Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life on radio every Wednesday night.